Hey everybody, welcome back to War Budgies, and welcome to 2022. And this is going to be the State of the Budgies address for 2021 moving into 2022. We survived another year of this crap. Go team. So first off, I'm sitting here doing some hobbying, so don't mind me. I'm just sorting this out. Much like last year, all I'm going to do is take a few minutes, talk about what we did this past year and what you guys can hopefully expect for next year. And I'll be real up front. I did not get nearly as much stuff done this year as I wanted to when I did the last State of the Budgies. A big part of that is because I made a lot of ambitious plans based on my schedule at the time, and then March 1st I got moved to a new position that was very, very time intensive and sucked away a lot of my hobby time and energy. Super exciting. But we still got a lot of cool stuff done. I just had to throttle back expectations a little bit. As a result, I'm going to kind of moderate my expectations for this next year. But I'll get into that more here in a second. So, first, look back at 2021. When we started 2021, we were just shy of 1,000 subscribers on War Budgies, and as of the recording of this video, January 1st, 2022, we are now at 1,660 subscribers, which is freaking amazing. We have almost doubled the subscriber count this past year, and I have you guys to thank for that, for sharing the videos, for liking the videos, for following along, commenting, just being general buddies of the Budgies. You guys are the champs. So really want to keep that going up. I think it's cool. I think we're reaching a broader audience now, and it's a cool experience. I like seeing people interact with the videos and getting to talk to you guys. That's most of why I do this. Also because I'm a hobby addict and this is how I resolve things. But some of the big things we did accomplish was we had the Warcaster season. So the Battle for Jericho Reach, we did 10 episodes of that. Narrative campaign, that was a ton of fun. That was the first time I've done a non-Fallout narrative campaign, and it was honestly really, really fun. Cool to get into a new universe, to get new terrain, new scenarios and all that. Got to talk and interact with the folks over at Privateer Press. Absolute fun bunch of individuals. So that I'm going to call an unqualified success, meaning I am unqualified, and yet it was a success. We also did most of a season. What am I looking at? Most of a season of Fallout Season 3, the Welcome to Daylight campaign, which was another experiment. It was predominantly a choose-your-own-adventure thing with community involvement, which I have really enjoyed. Unfortunately, I had to stop at some point because around the time that my schedule got all screwy, I was doing a week of Fallout, week of Warcaster, week of Fallout, week of Warcaster, etc., so forth, which seemed like a really good idea on paper, but in practicality, terrible idea. Because I was getting confused and I was messing up rules and I was all over the place and didn't have time to do anything. It was a mess. So, not doing that again. But we got through essentially the first half of Fallout Season 3. There's still a lot more to come. I'll get to that here in a second. Overall, good experience. Also got the chance to be a sponsor down at Warfare Weekend this past, October? August? August, I think it was. I don't remember. Time has no meaning anymore. No, it was November, wasn't it? Ignore me, I'm a crazy person who works here. That was really cool. We got to be sponsored down there. We got to go down, play some Iron Kingdom's Requiem, play some War Machine. Got to commentate on a few live streams for War Machine. That was cool, even though I really didn't know what I was talking about. Still had a good time. That was good. Looking forward to doing that again, hopefully, if I can. Also expanded out the How to Play series, so made it How to Play for Monster Apocalypse, which went over really well, actually. It's at something like 3,500 views now. The Warcaster one, Warcaster How to Play, is at, I think, just over 4,500. So those have both been really fun. The How to Play series is something that I'm actually really proud of because it's a lot of work to put it together, but then it becomes this resource for all sorts of people who want to get into the game. So very pleased with that. Definitely doing more of those this coming year. I don't know. I'm unpacking a starter set. I don't even know what's in here half the time. So, and then finally, we got to interview Matt Getz, who was the RPG development manager over at Privateer Press. Started a new kind of a talk show format called the Hobby Chat. I had a good time with that. We're definitely bringing him back for some. Gonna see who else I can run down to coerce into appearing on Hobby Chat. So overall, 2021 was a good year for War Budgies. I have to say, even though things got tight, even though we didn't accomplish everything I want to do, because I really want to be well into the content that I plan for next year. I want to be well into that content by this time, and I'm not. And I'm okay with that. That is John learning to manage expectations. But with that out of the way, let's talk about 2022. So, some things you can expect. Narrative campaigns. I built this channel on narrative campaigns and rock and roll. So we're definitely going to continue doing narrative campaigns. They're going to be the staple of the channel. Hands down. Thanks. What exactly we're going to do with that? Probably in this order. So priority 1, we need to finish Fallout. So we're going to return to Daylight. Fallout Season 3, I've got some work to do on the physical structure of Daylight to kind of spruce it up, because it still looks like it did in Episode 1, and that shouldn't be the case. That should never be the case. After that's done, I'm going to be doing a War Machine narrative campaign and a Warcaster narrative campaign. Now, I don't know which order those are going to happen in. Depends on how long it's taking me to get ready for the War Machine one. Fast tangent on that. I don't have crap, or I didn't have crap, in terms of fantasy terrain and stuff to do for fantasy games, because I've been doing Fallout and I've been doing mind blank Warcaster, sci-fi stuff. I really didn't have any resources to set aside for like having a really cinematic style narrative campaign for something like War Machine, or any fantasy game for that matter. So that is taking a lot of prep. I like it. I've got a bunch of stuff I'm looking at off camera that I've painted up, stuff that I'm in progress of painting up. But if I finish up Fallout and War Machine is not ready, then Warcaster will be the next one up. Now the War Machine campaign, just to give you guys a spoiler, the War Machine campaign is going to be the Oblivion campaign that was produced by Privateer Press. So it's going to be a two-parter, 10 episodes each, Stygian Prophecies, followed by The Fate of Cain. No more details than that. The rest is spooky. If you've been watching anything I've done on War Machine, though, you already know who one of the factions is going to be. Good job, you faithful zealot you. So that's going to be the War Machine. For Warcaster, I'm putting together, at the moment, there's all sorts of spoilers in this video. At the moment, I am putting together a source book for Jericho Reach. It's not going to be super extensive. It's just going to be a rundown of the story so far, how we got to this point. If you guys haven't seen the Jericho Reach Season 1 ending, then kind of at the very end, we find out that the Eternus Continuum, their plot was to open up this massive gate that they found under the surface of Jericho Reach. And they managed to do that, and we don't know what's about to come through it. I mean, you guys probably guessed what's about to come through it. But Jericho Reach is about, just all hell's about to break loose in Jericho Reach. So it's going to be a very fast, high-action campaign. Yes, we are going to have Empyreans. I've actually got a box of Empyrean stuff that Privateer Press sent me, so kudos to you guys, that I need to paint up and get ready for that campaign. That is also going to be a community-involved campaign. And I don't want to say to what extent yet, because things are still in the planning phase and things could change. But Warcaster Season 2 is coming, and it is going to deeply involve the community as a whole. Food for thought. Other than that, we're definitely doing more how to play things. I've been getting suggestions, or I've started asking for suggestions, of what games you guys would like me to produce the videos on. The videos take a lot of work. The how to play in 5 minutes, if you haven't seen mine. Did one for Warcaster, one for Monster Apocalypse. But it's a way of explaining a relatively complex war game down to its very basic core level. The idea isn't to teach the game. The idea is to show people what the game is like so they can decide if they want to learn the game. Because on the surface, some things look really, really kind of intimidating and overwhelming. And that shouldn't be the case, I think. So there are ways to explain things within 5 minutes, and that's kind of what I'm after. So Warcaster, Monster Apocalypse, already did those. Some of the ones I have planned for no definitive time this next year, doing a how to play Fallout in 5 minutes, which shouldn't be terribly difficult. I've been doing that for years. We're going to go after the Holy Grail. We're going to do War Machine Hordes within 5 minutes, and I have a plan on how to do that. But besides that, if there's games that you guys enjoy or that you want to see presented in a simplified manner, by all means, comment below and let me know. Especially if it's a game that you've tried to explain to your friends or you want your friends to get into, but they're all like, nah bro, that looks too complicated. hit me up. Let me know what the game is, because I love, thank you military, I love explaining complex things in simple terms. That's just something that I enjoy. So yeah, look for more games to be explained in 5 minutes as I can get a hold of stuff. Yeah. Last couple of notes before I let you guys go. Hobby logs. So since I've been doing almost exclusively narrative campaigns and the like, there's occasionally you get these large gaps where it looks like I'm doing jack all. I'm not doing anything. And a lot of the times I'm working on some sort of hobby project, either for the channel or for myself, because I still need to maintain my own sanity and stuff. So I'm thinking this year I'm going to take a stab at doing actual legitimate hobby logs. So I'll take a project, I've got one in mind already, and I'm just going to show you guys where it's at and what I have planned for it, and then every couple of weeks just post a little update, just like 3-4 minutes, just a little conversation about it. And that way I can get feedback from you guys and I can show you what I'm up to, and you know I'm not just sitting around wasting time. Or maybe I am. Maybe that's my hobby. And then finally, we're going to try to open the merch store. I've been talking about this for a while on Instagram, at least. I've made several War Budgies shirts. You've actually seen me, I'm not wearing one now, but you've seen me wear some of them in some of the video intros, but I haven't opened the shop yet. No real reason, I've just been procrastinating on it. So early 2022, we're going to open the War Budgies merch store so you can represent that you are a War Budgies War Buddy. And that's pretty much everything for 2022. So to recap, you're looking for at least 3 narrative campaigns. We're going to have Fallout, we're going to have Warcaster, we're going to have War Machine. That's going to happen throughout the year. More hobby chat, definitely. We're going to get more guests on, talk to folks. We're going to get Matt Getz back on, talk about hordes. Anybody that you want to see on the show, suggest below. The comment section is literally just an open pathway of you guys giving me your ideas so that this channel can become what you guys want to see out of it. Other than that, we're at 1660 subscribers, going to aim for hopefully 2,000 or more this year, which would be amazing. And that's it. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys survived 2021 intact, and looking forward to 2022 ahead of all of us.